רבותיי, let's go. Otzrot Chaim, shiur number 10, להצלחת Moshe Chaim ben Shmuel ולשמת מיכאל ben Esther. Also, this shiur is להצלחת all the people who donated for our new equipment. Gabriel Chai ben Reuben ולאה, Avraham ben Yosef, Avraham ben Aaron, ben Rafael Chai, סליחה. Who else we have? Israel ben Leah. And Simcha ben Leah. A lot of Leahs over here. That's weird. Okay, and Daniel ben Rosa Shoshana. May Hashem bless you guys with bracha v'atzlacha yeshod gedolot. Especially Daniel, our good friend from Briarwood. He left us, but he still with us in spirit and heart. May Hashem bless you with rufuah shlema. It's the most important thing. May you always be on your raglayim. Always. May your netzach and hod be chazakim, eitanim, chazakim. And I also want to bless my dear friend Gabriel Chai ben Leah, which this past on the Xmas, when the world was waking up from their stupor, me and Gabriel went to the mikveh, and we went to one of the Rebbeim of Rav Moshe Feinstein in Torah Hasod. Rav Moshe Feinstein used to take 3 trains to go learn with him. Rav Shukhatowitz, Rav Avram Yitzhak ben Rabbi David Shukhatowitz, and I pride myself by being the first Bukharin to ever visit his grave. Who knows? I like to say it, I don't know. And they took Rabbi Gabriel and we went and we dipped in the mikveh and we prayed, and I hope that, and then we went to visit the Chafetz Chaim's son, from his second wife, to Mount Judah. And we went to visit next to my Rosh Yeshiva of Henach Leibowitz, Chafetz Chaim. We took Gabriel to visit the Chafetz Chaim's son. He passed away in his late 30s, early 40s, just like that. He was never married. I like to call that grave the Rabbi Yonatan ben Uziel of New York. So we took him, and I hope that, and Gabriel made a neder over there. Then when he's going to get married, he's going to go there and put an invitation. Right, each of the Kvarim. Yeah. Le'inyanenu. Why you relax? We have 100 years to live. So we were up to the point, we got to the Orot HaOzen, Rabbi said, right? Orot HaOzen, to my two tzaddikim over here. It's a bit of Kabbalah. Listen, you don't have to understand. Okay, just listen. We were up to Orot HaOzen, okay, which is, we said is the Ta'amim, the Sak, right? Ta'amim Ha'elyonim, the upper Ta'amim, the upper cantillations, as a b'mashal, right? You understand? I know everyone. No. Okay. You're my litmus test. So the upper cantillations we say is the Orot HaOzen. And the Orot we have Or Makif and Or Pnimi. As we know in Judaism, it's not for nothing we say this. What's higher, the right or the left? The right. The right. What's higher, the inner light or the outer surrounding light?
The inner. Outer surrounding light.
Or makif or pnimi? Or makif. Why? It's the light that's so strong it doesn't fit inside the vessel. You understand? That's why it's so, the vessel can't handle it.
Not or makif.
Makif, I said. Okay, the or makif. Now that's why it video. So now, what we're saying right now, you're going to ask me a question. Now, we're in a place where there is no vessels. This is the Oznaim Da'ak. The Oznaim Da'ak. Right? With the highest world. So how could you tell me this is the Or Makif? How could I tell if something is Or Makif and something is Or Pnimi? An outer light or a surrounding light? An inner light or a surrounding light? If there's a vessel that I can compare between, there's no vessels here. Vessels were not created yet. The answer is, right now we're talking about the roots. The roots of the Or Makif and the Or Pinimi. And the Or Makif comes, Gavriya, from where? The right ear. Lamashal. The right ear of Ak. And the Or Pinimi comes from the left. How many are there? 10. Keneged 10?
Or
Pinimi. Pinimi. Inner. Right?
Right.
Now, Vihine. Right? We're in the last paragraph in page Yud. We're still in Shar Tanta. Elo aorot, these lights. Hem bechinat ta'amim shel Shem Sag Elyonim are corresponding the upper cantillations. The upper cantillations of Shem Sag. We didn't finish this paragraph before?
Yeah, we did the right ear. We did the right ear.
Oh, okay, so go three
Down.
yeah, go 3 lines up. Okay, Vihine Ozen. Now the Ari is gonna get, sometimes the Ari likes to throw us a little, I like to call it chocolates.
What's
A little candies, huh? Wait a second. Sometimes the Ari likes to give us a little gematria, a little, you know, like, he's like, hey, try to connect. Like he's showing us the connection, but this isn't the major limud here. Now I want to let you guys know, but I like to say this over and over again. You guys have such a zechut. You're learning the words of Eliyahu Hanavi himself. These are the words of Eliyahu Hanavi himself. So you guys have a big zechut. It must be you guys have all of a connection to Eliyahu Hanavi. V'hine ozin b'gematria Noach. Nun chet. 58. Why? If I take the word ozen, which is Hebrew for ear, aleph,
Come on. Gotta learn.
I gotta learn. You gotta learn.
It's a food.
Aleph, Zayin, and Nun Sofi. Aleph is 1, Zayin is 7, plus 50, 58. Guess what? Noach is. Noach means Noach was the man in the flood, right? Noach,
He only cared about himself.
yeah, is also 58. That means Noach's tikkun was to listen to the people, try to fix them, like pray for them. Say, Hashem, listen! Like Moshe did. Hashem, if you're not going to save them, then don't save me too. Unfortunately, Noach couldn't, even though he knew Shorosh Neshama, he wasn't able because he was a Kanai. Because he was from the Yesod. People are from the Yesod, they're Kanaim, unfortunately. They're zealous. You know, they slaughter without thinking. Right? That's the greatness of Yosef. Okay, wait, let's not get into that. Now, Ozen begematria Noach. Or also Noach, if you switch the letters, put the chet in front of the nun, what are you going to get? Chen, charm. V'Noach matzah chen b'nei Hashem. Noach found charm in the eyes of God. People who come from the Yesod are naturally, they're shorish. People like to be in their vicinity. So if people are very attracted to you, it means you come from the Yesod.
From there.
I thought you were from the Malchut.
I don't know.
Sod Shem Sag, Chaser Hei Achrona. Now, this name of Noach, Chen, remember guys, I told you there is Ab, Sag, Ma, and Ben. Let's do Shem Sag again. That's the second one. Yud, Vav, Daled, K, Yud, Vav, Aleph, Vav. I'm sorry, I'm going to do this on the bottom. K, Yud. That's 63, right?
Right.
As the worlds get materialistic, they lose a bit. They lose. As you lose more, that means if somebody is so smart to come down to my level, the mashal, he has to dumb himself.
Well, yeah.
So if I take -5 from here, what do I get? 58. So Shem Sag had to lose out on, he had to hide as if 5 orot to reveal what we call or Haozen. Remember, we're in Shem Sag right now.
So you're filtering down.
Right, we're filtering down. We're actually hiding more, but by hiding, we're revealing.
I see.
Which is the beauty of Hashem. That means before Hashem could bring Mashiach, he has to hide himself real bad. Like in Purim, right? Or in Hanukkah. Let's continue. Chaser Hei Achrona. Why? Ki misham matchil. From there begins, from the Ozen, begins Shem Sag Kaniskar. Remember we said Ab starts from where? The head. Sag starts from the Ozen. Obviously, remember we said Ab we don't have any connection to. We do, but we cannot talk about him because it's such a high world.
We're not on that level.
We're not on that level to comprehend that. When Mashiach comes with Hashem, we will.
So Sagi, so what's the next one? So Sagi.
Kaniskar, as we have said. V'inyan zeid be'er b'ezat Hashem, and this will be expounded upon with God's permission, with God's help. V'ine elu ha'orot, these lights. Can I just tell you guys one story? I'm sorry. One story. What Rav Benayahu Shmueli used to say this. I have to give you guys a little, pull out, because we started this year with like 30 guys, and I'm barely hanging on 10 over here right now.
We got an extra 2. What are you talking about? Extra 2.
So Rav Benayahu Shmueli once had this Kurdi from the Kurdistan come to his shiurim. And the boy was a big Talmid Chacham, and he always tried to bring his father with him. His father, it's big tzaddik. The father was always learning Shulchan Aruch, Gemara, blah 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 blah. And one time the son already got on his father's nerves. He said, "Okay, I'll come to the shiur of the Kabbalah of Benayahu Shmueli." He comes to the shiur. He's learning. He doesn't open the book. He just listens. So that's Chaim shiur. And the father was already old. He leaves the shiur, he never comes back. He just went to one shiur, passes away. After the Shiva, comes to his son in a dream. He said, if only I would have opened the book. You have no idea what I got by just listening. If only I would have opened up the book. It would have been, eze orot, eze connections, dveikus, coming close to Hashem. You know what? And in this generation where we're like I said, we're in the tofa'ah of the Zera Shimshon. Zera Shimshon, he promised. But I said, guys, this is the Eliyahu Hanavi speaking over here. Aboy Sai. It's Eliyahu Hanavi. And we know that the Rambam says prophecy must be re-recognized, reproduced before Mashiach comes.
What does that mean?
It means there must be prophets. These orot that are coming from the Ozen of Ak are keneged the ta'amim elyonim. Imagine what it is when you're listening to a person, what you're doing. You're awakening these orot. That's why when you listen to the Sefer Torah, the Kerem Shlomo says, of Salman Mutzafi, the father of Salman Eliyahu, the father of Mordechai Eliyahu, says, when you're listening to the Sefer Torah, have kavanah that you're waking up the Ozen HaElyon. That's where Refuah Shlema comes from, huh?
Oh, really?
Of Salman Eliyahu? I don't think so. The Rambam is tomorrow.
No,
The Rambam is tomorrow. And also Rav Yaakov Abu Hatzira is tomorrow. We're going to make a little get-together tomorrow. Of Salman Mutzafi was
Salman Mutzafi was yesterday.
I can't believe I missed it. He's Yuzayin Tevet. He was yesterday, you're right.
I was going to send to the chat.
You should have sent it. I even put it on my calendar and you...
I gave you the calendar, you should have looked
אותם שהם למעלה אותות כנזכר לאל. These are... He was worth it to say the story. Scarlett, you know what? I wasn't even meaning it to you. I swear. והנה עדיין, רבו ישי, by the period. והנה, behold, עדיין באלו האורות לא נתגלה בהם בחינת כלי כלל. By the orot ha'ozen, there still isn't a bechina of kli, as I told you guys before. This is only we're in the shorashim right now. We're in the roots. There is no vessel yet. The vessel has not been created. So therefore, if a person who's mute and he just listens to a person all day and all night, he will not create a connection with the person. Why?
Because he's not speaking.
He's not getting to there's no vessel to connect with. He's just listening. Okay, that's why when you're with your wife, don't just listen. Sometimes, say something in the middle. Yeah, good, this, that. Yeah, you gotta connect a little bit in the middle. Gamda also know ki eser asfirot elu yatzu mikusharot betachlit ha'hitkashrut. The 10 sfirot that came out of the right ozen and the left ozen are so connected, Gabriel, that you can't tell that they're 10. You don't see the number 10. You don't see the yud.
They come out like in one.
You see them. Lo nikar bahem. You don't recognize, if you would have eyes to understand what that means. Rak shekulam hem bechinat od hey. You don't see a yud. What do you see? You see a hey. What does that mean? Do you actually see letters up there? You don't see any letters. There are no letters up there in Shammai. Trust me. There are no letters.
There's a dot and a yud.
There's a dot, but what does the hey represent?
Revealing it's a certain kind of.
Ki ot hey zo. What is this hey? That's the missing hay in the ozen. Remember we said Shem Sak 63 is missing a hay? That's that hay that's being revealed right now. Remember I told you Yud Kei Vav Kei 63 minus 5? That's the hay. That's the 5 that you see. You don't see 10, you see hay. You don't see a Yud, you see a hay. 10 is more revealment. Why? There's more numbers. Hay is less. So hay actually is more spiritual. Right? It's unbelievable. You got it? The hay over here, remember we said that we're in Ta'amim Elyonim Leshem Sag. Right? And we said 63 minus 5 is Ozen. That's where they start, the Shem Sag. This 5, where did it go to? Where did it go? That's what comes out of the Ozen.
The hay itself.
I understand. That's what comes out of the Ozen.
The hay itself.
It's the 10th Sefirot, but you don't see 10. You don't see Yud. You don't see it. What do you see? You see a hay. Because that's what's coming out of the Ozen.
From the ear.
From the ear of from the Ozen of Ak. Try to use the Hebrew words. So let's Gashmi.
So let's so when that hay comes out, that's the actual.
Those are the 10 Sefirot. Why are they 5 though? Because you only see the 5 systems. That means you have to be a person to be successful into connecting to Hashem. You have to learn to get into the microcosm of the world. You can't be a macro person. You have to be a micro person. That means, how do I wash my hands in the morning? I gotta be the specific. Shulchan Aruch says this, but the Berete and the P'tchei Tshuva. You gotta get to the nitty gritty of the halacha. You can't just be like, okay, wash my hands with Shalom Yisrael. Yeah, exactly. And the people who learn Kabbalah are very machmir. Everything. Forget about Kavana. They want to reveal every little aspect of Hashem. Understand? Because when you put the 5 back to the Ozen, 5 plus 58 is 63 again. Right? So that's what's being revealed, that's coming out of this Ozen De'ak.
5 systems which are double.
5 systems which are really the 10 Sefirot. They are the 10 Sefirot, but you only see 5 systems.
I see.
Obviously, HaKadosh Baruch Hu wants this to happen because he wants the Hishtal Shalut, the revealment of the upper worlds to happen slowly. Because the denser it is, the more we could comprehend it.
Our job is to reveal it.
Right. The job is that you to reveal it, you know?
Okay, so
Umitziut Heizo, and this hay, he bichan Eser Sefirot. It is the Eser Sefirot, Gabriel.
It is the 10.
of the Ozen.
Of the Ozen.
So this is actually the 10.
They are 10, but what do you see? Only 5. Shenichalim Behei, which are included in the 5. So over here we have already the revelation of the 5 systems. And what are the 5 systems?
They're not revealed in Sirot.
Say it louder, yeah?
Parzufim.
They're revealed on Partsufim. B'diuk.
What's the difference how they are?
What's the difference? I could tell you. I'm gonna Lamashal. I'm buying you a suit. I go and I buy you a suit. But then I could say, but you want your suit to be the color black. And then want it to be regular fit. And the waist has to be size 34. And you want to tie with it. Pratim. You got to go down to the pratim. Judaism is about the details.
So what represents what?
The systems
The pratim
are the Eser Sefirot. The pratim. But these pratim are included in the Chamisha Partsufim. Okay? You can't have one without the other. In the time of the Ramak and all the earlier Mikubalim, the Kabbalists, they only used to deal with the pratim. You might say they are a higher level then. No, because they dealt with the pratim without knowing that there's Partsufim first.
Shorashim.
Exactly. They didn't have the Shorashim. They were B'chat Samcha.
What does that mean?
Chat Samcha means they were standing on one leg. You can't stand for long. There was no Ishtal Shalut coming out from them. And you should guys really feel happy when I say this, no matter what happens to you in your life. You guys should really feel happy. You guys are all students of the Ariya Kadosh. In some way or another, whether you guys stay or fall off, you guys all have some connection to the Ariya Kadosh, and you guys should be very proud of your nishamot. Okay? Alright, I'm not just telling you guys you should stay in the shir. I'm saying this to you guys because I want you guys to stay in the shir because I know this brings Mashiach. This limud brings Mashiach Tzidkenu. Understand?
בפרטות ובכללות.
בכללות ובפרטות. שחיים באות ה'.
First is בכללות.
You don't want just Mashiach to come and you're going to see him from a television screen, right?
Oh.
You want to see Mashiach inside the Beit HaMikdash and bringing the Korban Pesach, right?
He's saying the right Torah, you understand what he's saying. Everyone's like, wow.
בעזרת השם.
V'sharsham hem hey part. What are the 5 systems? Hey partzufim arich, Abba, Ima, Za, and Nuk. These are the 5 systems. Alright, everybody say? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And these could be broken down into 10. In the Ozen, I only see 5, even though there's 10. Okay? Now, obviously, look how Hashem created the world. There has to be a grandfather figure in the family. Then there's the father and the mother, and he has to have pruruvu. 1 boy and 1 girl.
What's after Ima?
Huh?
What's after Ima?
You ever go to a family? Does the grandmother ever say anything? Not in the Bukharian house. Everything but the Bukharian house. In a regular house, the grandfather is the Gadol Hador. There's the father, his son, his wife, Ima, 1 boy and 1 girl. That's a family. We are created in that image.
What's after Ima?
Za. We are created in that image. And you have to keep this image. You have to keep this image, this tzelem going on in your life. As long as you keep this, you know you're in perfect harmony.
What's the last one? No.
What does he have to do? He has to keep on trying.
Why is there a grandfather?
The grandfather is because lahavdil, when the son, we always say that the father, you should know one thing. I'm just going to give you a small bechlalut. Abba is always a major chesed. Major chesed. Why? Look in your own house. We're created in that image. When the mother always gives the son the pitch, or the child the pitch, who does he run to? To Abba. And Abba, it's okay, this and that, it's okay, right? We could understand Zainok, the boy, the children, right? But with Abba and Ima, Abba is always chesed. But when the father gets a kriza, you know what a kriza is, right? Jal. When he gets his thing, even the mother runs away, She doesn't want to be next to him. We learn in Kabbalah, in the secrets of the Torah, that the shorish of Abba is the Lamed Bet Nitivot Chochmah. The 32 pathways of Chochmah, which are actually Shemot Elokim. So my Rebbe says, be careful of Partzuf Abba when it gets the din. It's very hard to get it to din. But when it gets to din, you want to watch out. Who does everybody go to then to ask for mercy? Oh, sorry. Because who could put Abba down? Only his Abba. Only Saba. That's where Arich comes in. The Saba says, Damshin.
Is there anything greater than that?
Then Arich?
Yeah.
Not when we look at it in 5.
Patience.
In 5. When we look at it in 5, no. When we look at it in 12, when I break down the 5 into 12, which we're not there yet, then yes, there's higher than that too. Okay?
The rabbi.
I like that. Okay. So,
Since he is the
Abba
king of chesed,
is the epitome of chesed.
where does he get the dinim from?
The dinim from? Because the truth is, to reveal chesed, you have to go to work. Right? And when you're at work, you have to be mitzamtzem yourself. You have to put yourself in that means the boss tells you to shut up, you shut up. The boss tells you to do this, okay, I'll do this. In your house, you're Abba. But in the work, you're Lamed Bet Nitivot Chochmah. Till it blows up. And then in the house, you also become Din. Now, a father that goes home and he's always Din, what does he turn into? Ima. Then there is no Shalom Bait. So when you come home, you have to make sure you're Abba. You're B'Tselem Elokim. You understand? So these are all clothing, how Hashem reveals Himself. Okay? So like my brother says, let's not get into Hasidus over here. Okay? But obviously we have to also learn how to act in the ways of Hashem, right? So, but what's the interesting thing? As a man, you could reach to the highest level, because you could be a son, you could also be a father, and you could also be a grandfather, right? So you could hit all three. In the 5-part Sufim system, the female could never reach that.
That's why they don't learn different parts.
That's why they're exempt in Limud Torah,
Right.
which is the or, which is the light, ner mitzvah v'torah or. ומציאות ה' זה 10 ספירות, אלו שנחלים בה' ושושם הם י' פרצופים, אריך אנפין, אבא ואמא, זה ונוק. You see those 2 dots over there? It's abbreviation, זה and נוק. ועדיין, and still, לא ניכר בהם מבחינת 10 הספירות. You don't realize that they're actually 10. You don't realize you don't realize Hashem's micro, how do you call, hashgacha pratit. You still don't realize hashgacha pratit. You're still in hashgacha klalit. רק ביותם ה' פרצופים האלו לבד. You only realize HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Ein Sof Baruch Hu, in hashgacha klalit. In the general hashgacha. Afilu elu hahei. Now the beauty is, yeah, even these 5 partsufim, lo hayu nikarot v'nifradot zo mizo. They're not separated from one another. It's as if they're one being. Ele kulam kishurot be'ot achat. It's as if they're only one letter, which is the letter hey. So I can make hey 2 ways. How can I make it 2 ways? I could do hey, which is I see it all in one being, or I could do aleph, 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 and aleph. So when I see you, Avraham, in the street, I can't tell if you're a parent, if you're a grandfather, if you're a father. I just see you as one being. I haven't delved into your being yet. But when I get to know you, I could tell that you're a parent, that you're a son. I could break you down. In the Ozen, if I just listen to a person without getting into his, right? I only see one. Because the beginning of the Yishtal Shelu Shem Sag, it starts slowly. I see hey partsufim. Slow down. Okay, I don't see the deep meaning of Hashem's hashgacha pratit. Okay? So therefore Hashem says, don't just pray, don't just wait for, Hashem does everything. Do whatever you want. No, talk to me. Have a relationship with me. Don't just listen to me, says Hashem. Have a relationship with me. Hashem wants to have a relationship with you. It's a very deep concept.
So this is basically the olive represents.
These 5 olives?
Yeah.
We don't see that yet.
Well, not yet.
No.
It's just coming up.
We just see one.
Right.
5 parts sufim, and they're all one.
We didn't break it down.
We didn't break it down yet. Could you guys imagine the beauty of the letter hey? The hardest letter, one of the hardest letters to imagine in your mind is the letter hey.
Why is it?
Well,
how is it hard?
It's hard because it's consisting of 2 different pieces.
Yeah. You got
Usually when something is one entity, it's easy to picture it in your mind. But when something is 2 different entities, well, you're a tzaddik gedol ador. What can I tell you?
Different letter problem. Hey is not a problem.
Okay, I don't know what to tell you. Let's go weiter. Okay, your own crowd. You guys are all from the world of Bina, I guess. Kitziur hey, the letter A, hu tzura dalet vevav. What's a hey? A hey is technically speaking a dalet and a small vav in the middle. In our case right now, it's a dalet and a vav. Why? What's a vav numerical value? Someone?
6.
Dalet?
10.
4. 4 plus 6 is?
10.
10. What are they really? 10 sfirot. כל הכבוד. ומספרם 10 להורות עליותם 10 נכלים בהי. By the way, guys, no matter how much people come to the earlier shiur to any shiurim, this is the real olam haba that I get. Okay?
I'm happy I'm with you.
Happy that that you're here. ועדיין כולם נכלים באותי לבד. Now, what are 1036 Couple of more lines, guys.
Yeah. Let's finish it.
Let's finish the paragraph.
Yeah, the whole thing.
All right. Ve'elu ha'esher sfirot, these 10 sfirot, which is the really 5 systems, and which is really I see as one entity. Ba'u or pnimi, which is the inner light, which comes from which ozen?
Right.
Left. No. Inner left.
Left.
Inner left.
Left. Meruchak, it came out very far, mehamakif, from the surrounding light.
Where? Makif.
Makif is surrounding. Shelo herchek gadol, very far from one another. Look at your body, guys. What are the 2 parts of your body that are very far from one another? Your ears. Why is it like that? Because that's what happened in the upper worlds. That's what happened up there.
We mimic of that.
We are a materialization
Of a mimic.
of the Olamot Elyonim. But what? Hashem did that on purpose. V'atam, the reason. Lefi she'im hayu yoter kruvim, if they were a little more closer, Gavriel.
Where are you?
No, they want to be together.
Second line.
Because you have to look at the Pnimi and the Makif as Zachar and Nekeva. Male and female. Plus and minus. Male and female is a bad parable.
Kuruvim is male and female?
No, Kirovim is close. Im ayu yoter krovim, Gavriel, if they were closer, lo ayu yecholim lekabelo klal. If God would have created the vessel at the ears, if the ears were a bit closer, the lower worlds wouldn't be able to comprehend what they are. It would be too strong. Kabel, who? Lekabelo, who? No.
No.
The worlds that will come out of Ak. Atzilut, Bria.
Sag will not be able to.
This is Atamim.
talk about Sag.
We're in Sag.
They will
The
not be
world
able to
under
comprehend
Sag.
Who?
what's above.
What is above? If I see a Kli in Olamot HaOzin, which is Ta'amim HaElyonim, the Sag, let's say the Ta'amim HaEmtsa'iyim, in the Ta'amim HaTachtonim, the Shem Sag wouldn't be able to get the Or from the Ta'amim HaElyonim.
From the top of the world.
Yeah.
If we
Because
come down.
Everything's so close.
everything has to happen slowly. So the ears, then the nose, then the mouth. Understand, guys? You see, very far, closer, and one. Correct. So I comprehend something. I hear, listen, patience, anger, what should I do? And it comes out my words. So we're a mimic of the Olamot Elyonim. Because Hashem wanted the Yishtalshlut to happen slowly. And I say this till I have another class of Otzrot Chaim. Another class, I teach 2 boys. And I tell them, guys, so I tell them, they want to learn fast. Savlanu, as my son says, baslanut. Slow down, relax. Take it easy. Take it easy. Yeah. Lo yuchil kablo klal. So everything must happen slowly in Judaism.
Slowly.
Mashiach must come slowly.
Coming, he's here.
Yeah, refuah, everything. V'liyot ki ba'or pnimi, since the inner or, the or makif, and the surrounding or, miruchakim ze mizeh erchek gadol. They're very far from one another at their initial point. Ki elu yatzu me'ozen smali, this one came out, lamashal, from the left ozen, ve'elu me'ozen yamanit. Hasibahi, once again, the reason is, ki im ayu mekuravim yoter, lo ayu yicholim tachonim lekabel, arot ve'elu klal. The Ari repeats himself. That if it would have been closer, then they wouldn't. The lower worlds wouldn't be able to. Why is he repeating himself? It's a very important point.
I don't think he spoke about lower before.
Huh?
The first time he didn't speak about the lower world.
He said the lower word.
Lo ayu yicholim lekabelo klal. He
What does
said,
that mean?
who's not going to be able to be makabel?
Amongst themselves.
Ak himself?
No, amongst the Orot, the Pnimian.
No. The Orot want to be together. Because the Ora Makiv is the Zachar.
Right.
And the Ora Pnimi is the Nikah. They want to have a Zivuk. But HaKadosh Baruch Hu is stopping that from happening.
Amongst themselves.
Amongst themselves.
They don't have the desire.
Maybe just, if you want to talk maybe in Lamashal, just listening, just having an ozen without having a peh or a chotem, without.
They're both those 9.
They're both oznaim, but why is we have 2? Because the Olamot Elyonim, they both represent.
Giving and a taking.
Bidyuk. So, and my understanding, the Ari wants to reiterate the point. The importance that there must be a ishtalshalut.
Separation.
That has to be a separation. That means, as the Gemara says, as my Rebbe taught me, smol doche, yamin mekarev.
Right.
Even up there, in the ozen. Even in the ozen, how elyon is tamim elyon shemsag. You know what that is? Next time when the Chazan goes, Vayomer, you don't know what you're tapping into at that moment. Tamim elyonim.
I haven't got to that level yet.
Okay.
Still to come.
Question.
Now,
Talking
Yeah.
about Smalit וימני. Yeah?
Yes,
or מקיף or פנימי.
yes,
Then it says, לא היו יכולים התחתונים.
yes.
Who are these התחתונים now? The ones
Not yet.
below
Yes,
the
yes.
If
We-
they would be too close, you will not be able to...
Because what would happen if they would be too close? When two forces get close to each other, what happens? A
It's called
Good
magnetic
word.
force, guys.
That's what he's here. Aaron, that's why you're here.
a collision will happen. That's called a zivug in Yiddish. I'm kidding. A zivug happens, and what happens after a zivug? Something is born. Hashem doesn't want anything to be born yet.
Not in that.
Okay, not now. Okay, not now. Soon. Okay? ומזה נמשך עניין אחר. והוא, slowly, כעניין הוויית הכלים. How are vessels created? על ידי הכאה, by a collision. ובתישן, an explosion. What did we say in our earlier shiur? Take the Yetzirah, take him to the Beit HaMidrash, let him explode. Once the Yetzirah explodes, you go up a level.
Oh, yeah.
You create a stronger kli.
And another one, and another one.
What are these two? What are the two pieces that have to have a collision?
A negative and a positive.
Or makif, elu makif, upnimi yachad ze bazeh. The outer light and the inner light, the surrounding and the inner must collide.
How do we do that?
Lahavdil alif havdalot. When your wife comes back from the mikveh, that's what you're doing.
Yes, you combine them.
When you're creating a child, that means you did something right.
You did something right today. We went to your
You
bridge.
go, you know.
Yes. And if not, you could create souls for Gerim. In Shammai. Umiben shneim nolad, and from between the all of them is born Havayat HaKelim, the vessels. Havayat HaKelim.
Havayat. So vessel.
The existence of the vessels.
So Havayat means existence?
Yes. Ulefi, and since shekan ba'u meruchakim, but since they're far apart from one another, velo, not only that, שאפילו בסיום התפשטות בשיבולת הזכאי, where they come together in the shibolet. Why did God create that?
The little dimple.
The dimple.
That's the explosion.
And that's where they don't come. That's why they don't collide.
Oh, that's what
They reach there, but they stop.
The buffer.
Yeah, that's where they don't collide. The orpim or makiv the ozen.
This is the second.
They come close.
Snoot.
Tzniut, take it easy. Now you understand
Shibolet.
the why Hashem created this inside of us, right?
Stop.
Just stop. Don't collide. Don't create a kli yet. Not yet. It's not enough to listen, guys. It's not enough. Lo nithaberu yachad. They didn't connect. Legamre. What does this legamre mean? Fully. That means there was a little bit. There was a little collision. Like, legamre. Fully there wasn't.
That's where you get that dimple probably because of that.
This is just a mirror. A
You
materialization.
get this thing, the encaving. You know?
This is a stop.
Yeah, the
How come some
stop.
people
Maybe
are
that's the
more-
collision that it wasn't
Yeah.
fully there.
Some people have it more because they're more of a mirror image of that world. Yeah.
Oh wow.
As the Ben Ish Chai explains in Shut Torah Lishma, and we understand and we accept this Shut as Mamash the Ben Ish Chai's, that the parts of your body, how they're grown, if you understand a little Torah Hasod, you could understand, for example, why people are more hairier.
What's that about?
People who are more hairier come from more giburot. They're more judgments. They're more from the left. People who are less hairier, they come from the right. Like Elisha and Eliyahu Hanavi. Eliyahu Hanavi was known to be an extremely hairy person. Ish Sa'ir. He was Givurot. Elisha, he was bold. Ale Kereach, Ale Kereach. He was Hasadim. Understand? So every part of your body, like if you have a short beard, some people their beard grows, it stops. It doesn't grow more. It means something. Understand? Some people have long noses.
But birthmark.
It means they're patient.
Birthmark plays a role.
Birthmark.
Everything plays a role. Everything. It all depends. You have to only the Ariya Kadosh get to the nitty gritty. Obviously,
I'm not there.
we're not there. You're not there, obviously, but we're not there. You should say. Always include yourself.
We.
Always include yourself with everyone.
What did we say?
We.
We say.
Exactly. I like that.
You know
What we
French?
say? What we say? We all say we say.
לכן נשארו אורות בלתי כלים כלל. That's why they didn't create the keli, the vessels. כמו שנבהר לקמן, ברוך אדוני לעולם, אמן ואמן.